Now you talked about your brother. Your brother committed suicide last year?
Yeah.
What do you think led up to that?
Depression. He had a serious case of depression that none of us really were addressing. We didn't even embrace that concept because he's a cool guy. He's kind of chill. You know what I mean? We would see signs, but in Jamaica nobody even talks about that kind of stuff or believes that it exists. You know what I mean? And different events, I think having to deal with something for so long, so many years, and not paying attention to it, that was the end result, I guess.
Well, I had a very close friend named Disco D, a producer. He was bipolar, and he ended up killing himself.
Yeah.
He was going through a bout of depression. He was having money problems. He had to move back home with his mother. And, I saw it. Being around him, me and him, stayed in Brazil together. I saw him go from really happy to really, really depressed in like 10 minutes.
A split second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when somebody is an introvert and they're naturally to themselves, they're naturally calm and chill, you can't tell. You don't know if it's just a vibe or if it's something really serious. And then as Jamaicans, once again, we don't even think about that kind of stuff. Nobody even knows that it exists in Jamaica. You know what I mean? So, yeah, these things happen. They're very real.
It's very sad. I mean, especially since your career started to take off, and I'm sure he was, a part of all that.
Yeah. And he was actually trying to push his career as well. We were all promoting songs, and he had other issues in his life that I think everything that's all came together and led to that whole thing.
So I read that he shot himself?
Yeah.
What? How did you feel when you first got that phone call?
Come on. I mean, like, there's only one way to feel. You know what I mean? Between just crying and anger and sadness and confusion. And
in retrospect, could you have, if Jamaica took that more seriously, do you think that you could have gotten him help?
Definitely, because there were signs. You know what I mean? Like, we could tell. If I knew what I know now, we could definitely tell. You know what I mean? But we wouldn't even know where in Jamaica to take him and to get this kind of advice. Nobody speaks about this kind of stuff in Jamaica. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right now, you have people forming their own conclusions. Everybody's a doctor now. Everybody's giving, you know what I mean, saying what they thought happened. Everybody's giving advice and saying if it was them, if I did me, and you know what I mean, their own conclusion. But nobody really knows, you know what I mean, what's been going on and what's happening. And just fuck up. Sorry, go.
Well, it is a real thing. So hopefully people could look at this and take it more seriously with their families to prevent something horrible like this happening. And I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
I went through it, not a relative, but a close friend, and I know how hard it is.
Yeah.